Hey, good morning. It's Dr. James. I hope you're off to a beautiful start today. I hope you're feeling inspired. I hope you're feeling courageous. And I really hope you are ready to nerd out with me on something that you're going to find so fascinating, hopefully deeply inspiring. And it'll give you a level of encouragement that I know we all need right now. It's fascinating. I've been learning more and more about how it is that when we want to achieve something, we have a great big goal, we have an intention, whether it's in business, relationships, the environment, life. You just want to bring your most beneficial presence to the world. You want that high version of yourself that you know is inside of you and aching to come out. Well, you know what's so fascinating? Neurochemistry and spirituality have an amazing relationship. And here's how it works. A few days ago, we got a chance to talk about the anterior cingulate, a little C-shaped gland inside of your brain, which is responsible for your genius. She's a great big thinker. I love to refer to her as a she. I think she has that feminine energy, and she's wildly awake if we give her permission to engage. And here's what's really fascinating. So often in life, when we are setting a great big goal, we have an intention for a business, a relationship, anything we want in our life to achieve, we often get it caught up in the how. How's it going to happen? How am I going to make this happen? How am I going to raise the money? How am I going to be this person? How? Do you ever find yourselves like, how? And then once I get the how, then I start feeling like, oh, I can. And then I feel much more confident. And that's okay. But you know what? I gotta be honest with you, and I say this with deep respect and love, that's totally junior varsity. That's not the way to get to your place of grace. It isn't how it works neurochemically. It actually works spiritually. And here's what I mean by this. The anterior cingulate tends to be very engaged, tends to be woken up, tends to really do its great big work when we focus more on the why. Now, I know you've probably heard, like, you got to find your why, and that kind of sounds sort of like new age mumbo jumbo, and mumbo jumbo. I haven't used that term in a long time. But basically, here's what happens. The why needs to be bigger than you. It needs to be bigger than me. It has to be bigger than us in order for the anterior cingulate to get really excited. What studies show when we get into the how, it brings up the ego, like, oh, man, how am I going to do this? And how's it going to happen? And fear comes in. And when fear comes in, the anterior cingulate shuts down. And with that, your genius, your brilliance, your great big vision literally becomes small. But when you're more in the why, and you say to yourself, you know what? Why do I need to do this? Because that's the reason why I'm here. That's my purpose. That's my passion. So I'm going to ask you right here, what is your why? When you think in terms of money, this is really interesting because so many people, and this is a beautiful thing, abundance is wonderful, especially when people like you, people in this community who I believe by and large are amazingly kind and generous and loving people. And we know that when we have more abundance in our life, one of the things we love to think about is circulating the abundance, sharing our abundance, making sure that other people benefit from our abundance. Well, you know what? Research shows the anterior cingulate loves to see you having that kind of a why. In fact, the generation of energy in the anterior cingulate, when you start connecting your why with abundance, to circulating with other human beings, to benefiting the world at large, to being that circulator of love and joy, that it really is your why. Think about this right now. There is no other reason why we are here other than to circulate our good, our blessings, our light, our love, our gifts, our talents, and do so with a level of abandon that is unreasonable right now. Just let your why take over. Because when your why takes over, your how will figure it out. The how will figure it out. The how is the ego, the why is the soul, the why is the spirit, the why is the light and the love. And when you connect with your why, the how will figure itself out. But don't allow yourself to lead with how. Because how, I'm trying to find a rhyme for how will not get you there. Spiritual warriors, neurochemical ninjas, that's what we're here to be. So allow your why to guide you and create a life that you love. Much love. deep appreciation. Let's go out there and make this happen. Peace and blessings. Bye.